How do? Right. For me, it's day 5 of 5. Day 2 in Chester. How was Chester yesterday?
Really good.
Out of 10?
9.
9 out of 10? Yeah, I'd go with that. Chester was a really good day yesterday. There are loads and loads for us still to get through today. This is a wonderful, wonderful little city.
Today's going to be good as well.
Yeah, loads and loads still to get through. Wonderful little city. Plenty to be getting on with. So we've got out for 11 AM on a Saturday morning, hunting down the ones that are already open. And it happens to be one of those on a little street corner in kind of what you would call the residential bit, I suppose. Still within the city centre walls, but we're going to start with this. Number 1 of the day today is the Union of Vaults. So, yeah, away from the hustle and bustle. You see, that's the station just in front of us that you can see up there. So we're not exactly a million miles from the main city centre part, but the Union Vaults. Well, we stop 1 of day 2 in Chester. Let's get it and let's get on with it. If you want to start your day in just a proper pub, a proper boozer, proper working man's local type of place, then 100% honestly, this is the place for you to come. It's lovely. Landlady Sarah, she's only been here. They've only been here since December, taking this on. First pub she's ever had. Never worked in a pub before, but honestly doing wonders. I've got a bulk maker for my first beer of the day. Expertly kept. Really well done. Lovely little place this. You can just tell, so opens at 10 on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, up to 10 o'clock in the morning, but gorgeous little working pub, look at this. So, Timmy Taylor's landlord and a bulk maker on. Honestly, the bulk maker, absolutely expert, lovely stuff. Sonar from Lane, so my bulk maker. But it's a gorgeous, you see, look, it's a proper little working man's pub, and here's something you don't see very often. This is a bagatelle table. Now, I don't know how to play bagatelle. I can play pool, I can play billiards. I can't play bagatelle. But I'm sure someone in the comments will be able to tell me exactly how you play bagatelle. But proper little pub, proper sweet little pub. Absolutely lovely friendly welcome. Just salt of the earth people that drink in these. Proper working men, proper hard working, hard graft during the week, then get in here for your weekends. Treat the place with a bit of respect and it'll respect you back. Gorgeous little way to start off today. Another lovely sunny day in Chester for it. So it's Grand National Day today, so expect places to explode and be mega busy a bit later on. But walking around then to stop number 2, coming past that beer place, which was one of my favourites, if not my favourite from yesterday, Chester number 1 video. Luckily it's not open just yet, so it can't drag me in. But there's a Revolution there that is currently closed down. Of all the chains for it to happen to, I wish it was Slug and Lettuce, but it's not. It's Revolution, but you know, any of them like that. So someone come in, take that beautiful building on something else, because there's lots down here. But we'll see you at stop 2 in a moment. We didn't get to do this one last night. We did the Old Queen's Head with the square bottle. You'll find all of those in night 1's video. But this one had closed at 11, just before we were just about to go in there. So we're going to tick it off quickly now. Stop 2 of the day is the Leopard. This is pretty much as I expect it to be. It's a bit like a Spoons with music. It's a long, young haunt in the evenings, definitely. Like you'll have a dance floor going, you'll have pumping loud music. There's loud music on quite early on today. There's pool table, dartboards, plenty of screens around for all the sport. Very cheap prices, but they have got a couple of ales on. So here are ales. So I've gone with this Coach House Post Horn, new one on me, quite good. Another one, Cheshire Gold from, I'm pretty sure I've had that before, Coach House Brewing Company. But yeah, it's a Star Pubs style beer lineup. So I would imagine it is owned by Heineken Star Pubs. But you see what I mean, don't you? You see what I mean by a big, modern vibing, Spoons type place, but Spoons with music. So yeah, I would imagine it's Star Pubs. Filtering through these nicely today. So it's still only 11:45, but this should be open at 11 as well. I think we'll have ticked off 3 before 12. That's good. This one is Chester's Brew House and Kitchen. Today I absolutely love the Brew House brand and chain, because they always, every beer you have in there, uniquely brewed on site by people with their own stuff anyway. But yeah, always find something new to have, always something new for Untapped, always makes me happy. So stop 3 of today, Brew House and Kitchen. Do quite often buy some absolutely stunning looking buildings. They always kit them out the same sort of way. But yeah, it's another pretty impressive building. Looks great. They're very. If you've been in one, you know what I mean. They're very similar in their style and look. But so all the beers completely unique. So I've got a West Coast IPA one today, and although I would have had a West Coast IPA from Brew House before, it won't be this one. All unique. So although it's the West Coast IPA, this one is called Twisted Chimney, whereas in the other brew houses it'll have a completely different, unique name, and they always are completely different. But quite an impressive looking building of this. Bit of other stuff to wet your whistle with, no matter what you want. They've pretty much got you covered in the brew house ones. They always do have a really good mix of stuff on. Yeah, it's an impressive building, to say the least. Loads of little nooks, crannies, and other impressive looking little rooms. So I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the brew house lot. Of all the chain things that you get across the country, brew house are certainly one of my favourites. Wandered down to the other part of the city where we've got a fair few to do. Just spotted this absolutely stunning building. Was like, oh, that is absolutely amazing. Wonder what that is. Guess what? It's Sam Smith's pub that's closed down. One of many across the country. The old Humphrey Smith, the guy that owns the company, refuses to reopen and refuses to sell. And honestly, look how beautiful it is. So that was, or is, the Falcon in Chester city centre. Sam Smith owned, refuses apparently to do anything with it whatsoever. Honestly, that man, me and that man, we would not have a particularly friendly conversation, I don't think. What an absolute travesty. It isn't much further down the road to get to the one that we're going to ease my rage at that, because this, wow. So this is the Old King's Head, spelt the old-fashioned way, ye olde King's Head, but obviously pronounced the Old King's Head. And just look at that. Built 1622. There is nothing not to love about the aesthetics of this, and honestly, I cannot wait to get inside and see this one. Let's have a look at the other side. Look at that. What an absolute stunning building. When you come into a pub that's been here since like the early 17th century, you know that you're going to be blown away by the features, the beams, the look of the place, and this is breathtakingly beautiful. Honestly, it absolutely is. What the age of it, the history washes over you as you walk through the door. The ladies that run it are absolutely lovely. So it's owned now by Heineken style pubs. Yeah, I know. But fortunately, the ladies have got their heads screwed on. They really have, and it's glorious in here. Look at this. The beer lineup. So as I said, Heineken Star Pub owned, so they own Beavertown, so a couple of Beavertowns. Nice to see Gamma Ray, because I do prefer Gamma Ray to neck oil. And if you want some cask ale, you can get in here. There's Wainwright's Hobgoblin and Black Sheep Best on. But let me just take you for a wander around this. Look how absolutely beautiful this place is. This is the back room around the back side of the bar. But the beams, look, the ceiling's so low, so beautiful. Nice fireplace and stuff like that. So I've got a special guest voice on the video today. Special guest voice. She's all right. Special guest voice. We don't mind all that. But yeah, look how gorgeous the place absolutely is. It's just the history washes over you. It's just lovely. And it's got some incredibly quirky looking a kind of let's say a kind of Annabelle style doll in the. I'm going to stay away from that because things like that frighten me. Suit of armour in the corner. But yeah, you've got to see this. If you come to Chester for a pub tour, this is a must visit. Old King's Head, what an amazing place. The ladies running that, absolutely lovely. Also, apparently that is the most haunted pub in Britain, according to the girls that were there. We're going to have to, apparently there's a YouTube video, it tells you all about that, so do try and look that up. I'm certainly going to do a bit of research on that, but walk out the door and it is not far to walk then to our next stop. You can meet the Brewery Tap. Craft beer and food. So this is Spitting Feathers, the Brewery Tap, and it's just up this little flight of stairs. And that will be stop 5 of the day so far, but already thinking what a banging day we are having. It's not often you come in a brewery tap that looks like this. In fact, it's never that you come into a brewery tap and it looks like this, because this is, again, mind-blowingly beautiful. And a Vault City Sour on tap, triple fruited mango, the new ABV. Love a Vault City. But yeah, Just look and see. So yeah, the new 4.8 ABV of the triple fruited mango, but honestly, I could be very, very, very drunk in here because there are so many beers on it that I've never tried, and that is amazing to me. But just look around this. So let's take it over here first. So this wall, wattle and daub style wall and things, basically gives you the thing of it. So set for the brew tap is Gamel House, a Jacobean Great Hall, originally home to the Gamel family. A timber frame building through following the Great Fire of London in 1666 and a town assembly ruling on building in 1671. The medieval frontage of Gamel House was replaced by a brick facade, but the hall was retained. I'm not going to read the rest of it to you, but yeah, look at how impressive that is. And just take a step back. The tapestries on the wall, I'm going to spin you up to the ceiling. So, this is a brewery tap room. Remember that. This is a brewery tap. How often does a brewery tap look as beautiful or as amazing as this? I would hazard a guess as to probably never. So, the food smells absolutely phenomenal as well, but there is, through this wall as well, a second bit, obviously a dining space and things out here as well, which is also pretty cool. Yeah, what a place, what a brewery tap. What's an amazing brewery tap. Directly beneath that as well, so come back down the stone steps and you come to Little Irish Bar. Blackbush Bar. One welcome at the Blackbush. Independently run Irish bar. Love that. It means it's going to be authentic. Means it's going to be absolutely wonderful, and I'm about to get distracted by a beautiful little dog, like I do every single time I'm trying to do anything. I get distracted by dogs. That is life, but always time to have a look at a gorgeous dog. So a Blackbush Irish Bar up next. Stop 6. Authentic looking, gorgeous little Irish bar. Actually, it's small in well, it's long, isn't it? It's got 3 bits on the outside, but yeah, inside little tunnels. Wonderful little like built from the ground, like with wooden plank. Yeah, sort of home bar you'd build in your own house if you were going to build a bar. I absolutely love it. Couple of ales on. Decent little mix of proper, authentic Irish bits. I absolutely love it. Couple of ales on as well. I don't know if I've ever had. Some of the bits are on, but it's really cool. A really cool looking little place. So. I absolutely love this dog. Is so sweet. She's such a sweetheart. You're such a sweetheart. You are such a sweetheart. But yeah, they've made great use of the space available to them by utilising. I would have said this was probably one time. It may have been 3 different independent little businesses. So they've made real good use of the space available to them. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Great little Irish bar run by lovely people. But the greatest hits today, the good looking boozers, honestly, they just keep on coming in Chester. They really do. Chester is just exceptionally beautiful. I mean, again, look at this. Part of the town wall, I assume, coming down over the bridge. But yeah, look at this. This one is the Bear and Billet. They're just exquisite. Some of these buildings, they really are. And that is, I mean, look at them. It's uneven. It's magnificent in every way, shape, and form. Bear and Billet, stop 7 of day 2. Well, it's impressive inside as it is outside. It's gorgeous. Again, really old school, rustic layout. Old staircase going up to where the toilets are and stuff, I assume. But you can watch the sport and stuff in here as well. Really good beer lineup. Loads of cask ales. Decent stuff amongst the kegs and things as well. But it's impressive. Well, it's a decent little lineup. Whether you want keg stuff or cask ale, the cask ale lineup, very, very extensive. I've gone with this chop and change pale from Vocation in here, so thank you. And yeah, good little lineup all the way through. But yeah, glorious looking old pub, inside and out. It does look absolutely immense. Nice you can actually watch the football and stuff in here as well. And awesome, yeah, the Pie Minster offering of stuff. Pretty nice. I like those Pie Minster things. So yeah, glorious looking old place. Inside and out, it's great looking. Glorious looking, man. Honestly. What an absolutely amazing building. Right, straight across the road and we're going back up the slope now, back into the main city centre part. And the next one is a Joule's pub, and it's across Keys. And again, it's pretty beautiful. I mean, I love a Joule's pub. Everyone who's watched this channel before will know, big advocate, big fan of a Joule's. And again, this looks glorious from the outside. Joule's again, they're another one. They always buy exceptional looking buildings. They always do a really good refurb and stuff inside them, which is always lovely to see. And I'm pretty sure that this will be no exception because it's incredible from the outside. I'm always such a massive fan of Joule's pubs because when they buy something and they rekit it out and they do all the refurb and everything else, they literally do stuff that looks like this. It looks fantastic inside. So it's obviously an old pub anyway. But when Joule's buy a pub, I said they kit the whole thing out in Joule's style refurb way, and they always nail it. It's always hit the nail right on the head when it comes down to doing it. And this is no exception on that. It's gorgeous. So look at the exquisite work they've done. So the windows and stuff they've put in here. But all Joule's pubs do this. They kit them out in this same, very similar looking style. But they do it so well. But that is the whole thing about it. The whole ethos and vibe of what they do is to make it look spectacular. And it's always got wow factor. Every time you go to Joule's pub, personally, I think it's got that wow factor. As you walk through the front door, it makes you go, oh, wow, look at what they've done with this. And this is absolutely no obsession. So there's a little pub upstairs as well called the Slaughtered Lamb. Look, so it's classic Joule's beer. It's Joule's beers. So you don't need me to run down exactly what it is when it comes to the Joule's stuff. But yeah, I just think that they seriously know their stuff. And this is another sterling effort from the guys at Joule's. Love a Joule's, blown away by it. But right, next one, wandering around into the again, it's the little residential streets for one of Chester's most unique pub experiences apparently. So this one, old traditional style, still shuts in the afternoons. However, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And Dave, that we met in the last one, has phoned them and said, look, these guys are here, will you let them in? So we've been told, go and knock on the window and we'll let you in. So it's going to be this next, which is the Albion Inn. And when I say residential, I mean residential, set up here in amongst the houses. Proper old school, traditional vibe. And they've said, yeah, go round the back, knock on the kitchen window, we'll let you in. So the Albion Inn is our next stop. I said traditional, we've had it described as the most traditional old school run boozer in the whole of Chester, and I totally get that. I mean, this is old school. So yeah, dead grateful for letting us in, just so we can show you around. But yeah, this is as traditional an old school boozer as you will find anywhere. Look around here. It is everything about like the old school way of running a pub, doing a pub, being a pub exists in this room that I'm in now. But proper old school stuff. So some ales on. Got myself a bolt maker. You've got bolt maker, Thieves and Best, an old speckled hen on. I'll take you for a wander because it is. It's like a little trip back in time. They've not tried anything to bring it into the 21st century, and you know what? Sometimes I absolutely love that. So this room, they've got a bit of damp in, so currently renovating and doing it at the moment. But space-wise, it's a third room, and then you walk round into the other side, whereby obviously the bit of a dining space. But you see, even trench rations is what the menu is called. But what a wonderful old school vibing place. If you want a little trip back in time, you want something like, I don't know, it's not Last of Summer Wine, Dad's Army, stuff like that, like that sort of era, that sort of time, you will find your little trip back in time by coming down to the Albion. And what a great place it is. Lucky you might meet Charlie the pub cat. Look at his face, he is such a sweetie. He's a real sweetie as well. But he is, yeah, he's an absolute sweetie. What a pub. Back down and across Bridge Street to one of the side streets on the other side for what I believe it's not 9 of the day, but we all know what my counting's like, so let's not rely on what I say. So this, Golden Eagle, recommended to us yesterday by one of the lads working somewhere. He said, yeah, Golden Eagle's a really good pub, so make sure you do check that one out. So that is exactly what we are doing now. So sounds like 16 from the board, 1622. There's been a pub on this site since, that can't be the original building, but yeah, since 1622, there's been a boozery. Good enough for me. Feels very old school, very traditional style place again. The decor, very, very nice. It's busy. The Grand National for this year is literally about to start any minute now. So every pub in town that's got the Grand National on is going to be busy. But some decent ale choices on, including Bass. First time I've seen Bass in Chester. That's something. Timmy Taylor's Landlord and Wainwright. With some reasonable bits around Saps, Club Chop from Tiny Rebel and stuff on as well. Busy with the Grand National. So many people are interested in this race, aren't they? So every pub that's got the race on is going to be pretty much like this now until it's finished, and people spill back out into the sunshine on the street. So yeah, traditional looking old pub. Very happy with it. I love the look of it. Out the back of the Gold and walk into the alleyway. Follow the alleyway up down Bunce Street, and you'll come to what we hear is Chester's Rock Pub. Is the Saddle Inn. So not only is it Chester's Rock Pub, but it's also a fully functioning hotel with rooms and stuff above as well. Sadly, it was fully booked up tonight. Otherwise, we would 100% have considered staying here, because let's face it, we love a rock pub, especially when it looks as beautiful as that does. So next stop today, the Saddle Inn. Rock pub. And do you know how you can tell it's a rock pub? Because the hamples, they ain't just normal hamples. They're pretty rock and roll. Feels like a rock pub, looks like a rock pub. I love a rock pub. And these are about as rock and roll as it gets for hamples. It doesn't get much more rock and roll for a handful than that, does it? So, different troop, Trooper Day to Dead. So I'm going to go with that, and we'll have a wander around in a minute and show you the rest of this glorious rock bar. Classic rock pub vibe and stuff though, but yeah, honestly, I think they are pretty wicked. They're a feature on their own, aren't they? But they've got a gig venue to the rear, which has got some doom metal going on in it today. I don't even know what doom metal is. It sounds a bit heavy for my taste, but if it does well, then I'm sure it's well worth having on. There seems to be a lot of people down here for it. But yeah, it's a proper rock venue, isn't it? A proper little rock pub. Gotta love it. Good menu, good vibe, good rock bar. A bit of scranning is never a bad idea. Nacho chili bowl and a meat feast pizza. Bear in mind, we are in a rock pub. Look at the quality of that pizza and that chili nacho bowl. Kind of blown away by this. There is a rock pub anywhere in this country doing food as good as what they are, I would eat my hat, honestly. Absolutely phenomenal food. Great rock pub, great people. Love it. Walk over, it's a 2-minute walk then over to the next one. It's called the Architect. Free house. Pricey and posh from what people are telling us. But, you know, so we like to do a little bit of a variety. There's a wonderful awning, or whatever you would call it, on the outside of it for in here. So the Architect is stop 12 of the day so far. We're way too busy to film anything major in here. It's more of a dining place. It's very, very plush. It's way busy. Yeah, it's more of a stately home sort of a dining experience than it is a bar. But yeah, the queue just to get a drink in here. Absolutely mega. Yeah, honestly, just too busy to even swing a cat in, too busy to move. So, up into the bottom of the city centre drag, where we're back in the main drag of running through the town now. And next up then, not been suggested, but it looks beautiful. So we're going to take you in here. This one, the Guild Bar, again, set in a beautiful church building. So might as well do that, yeah. Spotted that, the Guild Bar. And it's along here. So let's get in and see what that's like. So obviously it's called the Guild Hall, former Church of the Holy Trinity. But it's so packed inside again. There's no point in me even trying to show you around in there. It is literally slam full. Like everything at this end of the city, I think is going to be now. But a beautiful looking church building, lovely little yard bit that we're sat in now. But yeah, it's so busy in there. It's been very modernised. Well, a bit like the church one that we went in yesterday. Very, very modernised inside. They're definitely aiming at a younger cocktail, wine, vibing type crowd than they are anything historic, really. It's not to my taste. but it's quite impressive. And the outside of it is pretty beautiful. We've got to be honest. Like the yard space, pretty nice, but yeah, inside it's just very modern looking. A little brief wander in because you'll see what I mean about the modernisation of it once we get into there. So, it's been very modernised, but it's nowhere near as busy as it was when we got here now. It was mega rammed. There, dead opposite, there is another one, the old Custom House Inn. Our glorious frontage on half of it. So again, imagine that years ago, this would have been two completely separate buildings, completely separate businesses, more than likely been knocked through into one pub. Now, doesn't look too hectic, which is unlike a lot of this street. So let's get ourselves in the old Custom Inn house. It's a little generic, there's not a lot to write home about on the beer front. But aside from that, it's quite a stylish looking pub. You can walk all the way round, goes into two different sides completely. A couple of ales and stuff on as well. Old Guinness, Foster's, Santa Miguel. Oh yeah, Pedigree Wainwright. So it looks, screams Marston's to me. Necco Peroni inches, but one side of it. And if a wander through, you can literally can walk all the way around the bar. So the older side of the bar is where I am now. With it's got quite a cool looking fireplace feature and stuff in it. But you know, this is it. Obviously, by far you can see by the lowness of the beam and stuff there as well. Definitely the older part of the pub on that side, and this would be the other building. All built in. Walking along, so we did a lot of this street yesterday. There are some absolute stonking bars along this road. There really are. But one that I left purposely for today. So I knew that by this time today I would be flagging, I'd be getting tired, which is definitely the case. So I've done 13, this will be 14, and it's a proper beer house. And it better be with a name like this. Beer Heroes, independent craft beer shop and tap room. So I said I knew I would be tired by this time now, and I just knew that I needed to save myself something to look forward to, and that is exactly what I've now got in front of me. So Beer Heroes, stop 14 of day 2 in Chester. Beer Heroes by name, Beer Heroes by nature. Yeah, again, the can selection alone in here, mind-numbingly good. 12 keg lines, key keg lines, really good stuff. I've got one from Sure Shot, a pale, something small man's wetsuit. It's alright by me. 12 key keg lines on. Plenty of choice in here. Delirium Red, some more on offer up there. There is one more key keg machine with 4 more lines out there, but this is the beer cave, and yeah, this is loaded with some of the greatest breweries this country has ever seen. New Invention Brewery, based in the West Midlands, absolutely super brewery. Make some wonderful stuff. Yonder, Weekend Project, Cloudwater from Manchester, Buxton Brewery, Arbor, some absolute stonkers in here. Honestly, I could get very drunk in this little beer cave. And a delirium I've never tried. Well, oh, it's alcohol free. There we go. That's why I've never tried it. I wondered why. Yeah, what a wicked little place this actually is. Fantastic little gaff. 12 key keg lines, all out in a beer cave. What more could you want? We can say for Chester is it's certainly got a nightlife. There are plenty of girls like dressed up for like proper night out. It's vibing everywhere. It's the city centre part down on the main strip where we've just been. Like it's loud, noisy, party atmosphere already, and it's only about 7 o'clock still. So yeah, they're really bringing the party, but we're trying to find stuff that's a little less chaotic. I need a palate cleansing beer of some description. By beer I mean alco pop, you know, just to cleanse the soul a little bit. So we're going to do this. Stop number 15 of the day so far, the Dublin Packet. So whether or not it actually is an Irish bar, I don't really know. It's called the Dublin Packet. It's a nice looking building. It's in the on the side of yet another wonderful old stone wall. Dublin Packet, stop 15 then. For a little bit of live music and stuff in here. Long, narrow looking pub, yeah. Bit of live music. About to be kicking off. Love a bit of live music. Decent pub. It's got some ales on. Decent enough tap mix. But no Blue Wickeds. Don't judge me. I like them. There's your tap choice. An ale on as well. Holly's got an old moose, so Holly's sticking to the beer at least. But Long and narrow, decent looking gap. A mini second wind, which means that I will be alive, vibrant, happy, thriving for about the next 15 minutes. Let's get as much done in that time as we can. No, it's not going to just be 15 minutes, but as per usual, the music playing from bars that's spilling out into the street is going to get me, so I'm just going to wander on past that. This one of the most recommended to us to come out to. So many people recommended this one, and I can already see why. It's a very, very beautiful looking building. So it is, as you can probably see, the Pied Bull. It will be stop 16 of day 2. So yeah, the 34th Chester pub that we've been in thus far this weekend, and I'm very much looking forward to it. It looks absolutely magnificent. 1535. Pied Bull, originally named Bull Mansion, residents of Chester's recorder in 1533, refronted in the 18th century. Well, they've done a really good job with that though. Right, let's get inside. Let's give you a Pied Bull a brief history. So, it's the oldest licensed premises in Chester still serving a beer. And I can show you that that's true, because it says it on the side. This house in Chester, still serving beer, which is useful. Pub has a number of original signs, a coaching sign in 1753. Interesting, and it is still a fully functioning hotel as well. But yeah, it's pretty impressive. Gotta say, it does look its age, holds itself very, very well. I love the wooden beam and things I like this, but it's got some ale choices, several good choices, all Pied Bull's own stuff, as well as one from 4T's. We've been to 4T's, seen them, decent stuff tap-wise on there, and plenty of lovely old features, old fireplace. This the wood on these the stairs and stuff looks particularly lovely, but yeah, look at that, the stairs, grand old stairs up there. What a glorious looking place, and I'm pretty sure, well, yeah, look at that, glorious place. And a Pied Bull microbrewery downstairs, down there. I'm not going to go down, but yeah, down there. What a great effort this is. It was a super place. Honestly, it's tried one of their own brews, Chester Lager, more like a Pilsner, but yeah, really, really good. Always nice to try some of that, but no weekend-long pub crawl would be complete, would it, without getting along to a Red Lion. Next door to the Pied Bull is a Red Lion, the most recurring name on the pub crawl so far. I dread to think what number this is, but it will be tonight's 17th stop. Cask on and stuff, as well as decent keg range stuff. Actually, yeah, really good keg range to be fair. Party time atmosphere, 9 o'clock in here. Decent mixed age range of people, but yeah, if you want a party night, probably have it in here. Mitchell and Butler pub, which is why the beer choices are quite good. Yeah, some cask, some keg, decent, really, really decent keg choices. But yeah, you want a vibe in place at 9 o'clock on a Saturday, got it here. It's pressing on, 9:30 time. I need a sugar rush. You know where I can find a sugar rush? Actually, 3 sugar rushes in a craft union. And guess what's next? Craft Union, you're right. It's a beautiful looking craft union as well. It's the Shropshire Arms. So 3 blue WKDs for £6 incoming. And yeah, honestly, I just need a little pick me up. Sugar rush. We stop 18 of the day. See if we can hit 20. Let's see how we get on with that anyway. Great little craft union. So it's on 2 levels. So there's an upstairs seating area. So we've got that, but they've got a live acoustic duo on. Don't find live music very often in craft beer. It's more normally about the sport and the cheap drinks deals. 3 blue wickets, but they were £7, not £6. I know, but hey, even at 3 for 7, I'm down with it. But yeah, the band really, really good, as you can probably hear. So I'll show you how busy it is. Now that's what you call a party atmosphere. Pucker. We're going to do 2 more tonight and get it to an even 20, which I've done 18 yesterday for Chester. Yeah, 38 in 2 days at Chester. Nowhere near anywhere near to completing it, and can't wait to come back and do the rest of it. Honestly can't, but Yeah, 2 more tonight. So we're going to walk away from the city centre. We're going to walk outside the city centre walls in a minute. But first, before we get there, the Liverpool Arms. So this will be stop 19 of the day. Let's get in, let's get it done. It's a gay bar, LGBTQ friendly, but it's a really friendly, it's a nice place. Lovely old fronted building, isn't it? But as you can hear, a disco going on around the corner. I'm not going to wander around there with the camera for you. Beer wise, generic stuff, but it's alright. But yeah, it's a really friendly gaff and a nice looking pub. Yeah, it's a well friendly little gay bar. But we're going outside the city walls, look. Under here, through. Oh, feels a bit weird being outside the city walls. I haven't been outside the city walls for 48 hours or so. So out we go. And the final pub of the weekend of my 5 full days. It's quite beautiful, it really is. Chester, it really is a gorgeous, gorgeous little city. But final stop of the night is that right in front of us, and it is a Wetherspoons. So it's the other spoons. We did one last night, finishing up with this one, and it's called the Bull and Stirrup Hotel. So stop 20 of today, stop 38 of Chester in total, the Bull and Stirrup Hotel, Wetherspoons. Let's get in and see what that carpet looks like. Of the 2 spoons here in Chester, I think this is definitely the better of the 2. It's big, kind of decent guest ales and stuff on, but really good craft beer can selection in the fridges. Sometimes Wetherspoons have got really good craft beer in the fridge, sometimes they really haven't. This one definitely has. See all the fridge, loads of good ones there in the fridge. Loads of good breweries, Siren, Salt, Brew York, loads of good ones in there. But I'm going to go with this. So my final beer of the weekend is going to be a Little Eye from Peerless. Good guests. Decent sized spoons, and we'll take and find the carpet. Let's get out of this way, because there is. But yeah, it's a decent size. It's a decent way to finish off what's been a wonderful time in Chester. And here you go, for all you Wetherspoons carpet lovers. That's what we've got. So that was Chester. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed both videos. It's been a marvellous city to them. Honestly, I know there must still be another 30 to 40 pubs that we haven't got to, so can't wait to come back and do some more. Thanks for watching, really appreciate you, love you, and I will see you next week. Wednesday I'm off to York, which will be visit 4 for York, looking forward to that. Thursday, I don't know, I'll check my diary and go home. Peace out, 8 out, love you.